He said, I miss this guy. I got to get him back out. I had to pass an executive order, get him out of jail, give him clemency so he can do something, so he can make the Pope happy, And then
that was the excuse, for them to pass that, be able to track all the employees of the Vatican now through RFID technology.
Yeah, because they're already going to do it. If you work for the Vatican, guess what? You're going to get a card. They're going to track you. The next step is to put that card, because you know what's going to happen? Somebody lost their card. Somebody was using the card, but this guy was out of town, so we knew it wasn't him. So we got to have a better system. So guess what? We're going to put a microchip in your right hand on your forehead. Now, I saw this movie, which I didn't get the chance to see it in the theaters. It came out in 2006, Mission Impossible Part 3. The beginning of the movie, Tom Cruise had to rescue this chick that she was a CIA agent, and basically he delivered her, right? He busted her out. But when he brought her back, the bad guys, so to speak, which ain't no such thing as really bad guys. They're all bad. There's no such thing as good guys versus bad guys. It's bad guys versus other bad guys. Anyway, she had a chip in her, a microchip in her, but the microchip, they had a detonator to go off. So they were trying to get the chip. They're trying to get the chip out of her brain, but it was too late, and it went off, and she just died. I mean, her head didn't come apart, but she just died. Then they said, "Well, we got to tell her parents that we're sorry to say this, but your daughter got killed in a car accident," which they're always fucking lying, man. They're always fucking lying, man. And they said that the chip, they explained that they put the chip inside of her brain through her nostrils. They shoved it up in her nostrils and it went up in her brain. And these are the so-called bad guys.
They show you that in that movie Total Recall. I believe it was Total Recall, where this guy Schwarzenegger, they were tracking him, and he had to put that thing up his nose to pull that red thing out of his head. He went through his nose and pulled it out, and that was the tracking device. And when they came to get it, he had put it in some chocolate, and the rat was eating it, and they shot the rat up. So he was getting the chip out of his brain through his nostril.
And they also showed you that in The Matrix. So they show you in the movies what they're going to do. All right? Go ahead.
This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand.
Yeah, because you got all messed up over this Mayan end of the world Mayan prophecy. You spent all kind of money, and them Mexicans down there in Yucatan, they were opening. They accept you with open arms, because guess what? You came with that American money, and they made a whole lot. They made billions off your ass, and now you don't know what to do. We know that the world was. We knew that the world wasn't going to come to an end, because like I said, two major things got to happen. They're going to have to institute that chip on a wide scale. Then the concentration camps are going to pass draconian legislation. They're going to go into Iran. You're going to have Greek type riots in America. There's going to be chaos all over the place, but the U.S. government is going to still be intact. So you can go to the store and buy things. You can drive the car, but it's going to be a different world. Like in Greece. There's people that still work in Greece. There's people that still go to work, that drive cars and stuff. But to stay away from certain key areas where there's riots. So the same things will happen over here.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
That time is talking about here in America.
And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
So when Jacob's trouble come, that's when you look for the end of the world. Like you got these people in churches teaching about the rapture, that you're going to be raptured out of here, and then it's going to be seven, that the elect is going to be up in the heavens, and all hell's going to break loose, and the that's not even scriptural, man. That's not even scriptural. There's no such. Give me one scripture where it speaks about the Antichrist. It's not in there. Give me the word rapture in the Bible. It's not in there. Go ahead, look up the word diadem.
Yeah, the word there for diadem is matazapa, which is a turban of the high priest. It just says turban, tiara of a king.
Which on some of your turbans, you had a stone there, a precious stone there, okay? So it says, let me see if I can find this again. It says, and thou profane wicked prince of Israel, whose day is come when iniquity shall have an end. So that was talking about them. But now, jumping into this time frame now, 26th verse. Thus saith the Lord power, remove the diadem and take off the crown. This shall not be the same. Exalt him that is low. We're the low ones, we're going to be exalted. And abase him that is high. Who's high? This devil. The illuminated ones, the Rothschilds, they're going to be abased. I will overturn it, and it shall be no more until he come whose right it is. That's the Father. I mean, that's the Lord, Yahweh Shai. And I will give it him. And that goes hand in hand with Daniel, the 7th chapter. I believe that's the 18th verse or thereabout. Matter of fact, read from the 18th verse.
Start at 18. Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth...
That's the Roman Empire. Okay, and this is the extension of the Roman Empire. America, NATO, and the EU. Go ahead.
Exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints, and prevailed against them, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth. And
because the Romans didn't devour the whole earth. So we know that fourth kingdom, the second part of that, or the continuation of that fourth kingdom, is the United States itself, NATO, and the EU.
It says, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down, and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings.
That's America. Because America subdued 3 kings. What were the 3 kings? They had the Revolutionary War against so-called Great Britain, England. They had the Spanish-American War, and they had the French-American War. So those were the 3 kings, which are all a part of the first beast, the Roman Empire.
It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws.
That's America. That's America. And they did change times and laws. That's why you got Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. You got the moon, the stars, the different stars, and the planets are named after Greek names. You know, the Romans didn't necessarily do that. not on the level of this modern age. Go ahead.
It says, and they shall be given into his hand until the time and times and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall